Hi.
Raven.
Raven, look who joined the fucking room. Why are there cows? What?
Hey Jess, does this look okay?
For the audience.
I have a red shirt I can wear
Wait,
instead.
Yes.
The audience is usually supposed to stay behind
Wait.
the
Yeah, they're
Jess.
supposed to stay behind this thing. Not supposed to be
Should
up
I-
here.
This shirt?
The Black Lynx, yeah.
Or
You're breaking code, Jessica.
let's see, this one's probably
Oh my god.
what about this?
Raven, do you have rockets on you?
Jess.
Wink. He doesn't know how to walk, apparently.
You're
Connor,
still the
you-
black outfit.
Where are you, Kyle?
That was kind of
Connor,
impressive.
What about now?
Negative 195, 63.
That looks like you're a girl.
2,553.
Yeah, I thought so.
2,553?
Yeah.
You are a girl.
Why are you so far?
I went the other direction.
What about this?
Looking like fucking Freddie Mercury, Zach.
Raven, can you go help him?
You look like you're broke.
Negative.
I don't have like
Like you look
Negative.
like you
Negative
do what I
195.
said.
Negative
Steve
195,
out- the
63,
Steve
25,
suit.
55.
Just real quick, just stop talking so you can help him. Because Kyle doesn't know where he is.
195,
this?
and what's the third one?
Negative 195, 63, 2,555.
2,000?
this is good.
Suit, Steve.
Ow!
It's been
Okay, alright, fine. Is it a classic skin? Character creator.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh. Alright. I'm prepared.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I don't know if I could say the same, but it's not. It's.
Why do you guys both look like you're going to a
I want
funeral?
that trident.
I'm
is true.
dressed professionally.
Why are you wearing a golden helmet to court?
I'm wearing my crown.
You're wearing a golden helmet to court. Why did
Fine.
you put a wig in here? What the fuck?
You guys both look like
Why does your lawyer have a glitchy face?
That's a
Bro,
good question.
Don't
My
make fun of the
head,
way
bro.
he was
How
born,
dare
you
you.
asshole.
How dare you guys talk like this?
Okay, well I was born with
That's not part of your
That's
No,
crown.
it's an heirloom. It was gifted to her by her relatives.
Do you have evidence of this?
Dude, that gave me 6 cooked pork chops.
I got you, bro. I got you. Come here. I got you.
No,
bro.
don't.
What?
Don't you dare.
2,555.
Bro, can we get these
There.
the cows away from us, bro?
Oh, Ravioli stole your food.
What's it for?
I gave it to seafood.
You gave it to Connor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know his name. It's not as
It's just
fun.
not as fun. I knew it.
Just like how I call him Ravioli.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Zach Hack 3.
You gonna
What
call
is
your
it?
lawyer Zach Hack 3?
Did you
Get the
change
hell
your
out
name?
of me. Thank you.
No, Minecraft always has a
No.
different.
I thought it was like Zach Attack or something.
Yeah, that's on my PlayStation. My Minecraft account has a different name.
Zach Attack.
When did you make that
Alright.
name?
I'll leave you the way.
Oh, I don't know. Probably like 2 years ago, maybe longer. 3? I don't know.
There's never been so many of us on
Minecraft. That is true.
at the same time.
Correct.
I installed a pack on my thing, and now this little looks kind of weird.
What?
Or what looks?
Yeah, what now?
I installed a texture pack on here, and it's kind of cool, but it's kind of not the same.
What?
Because when he brought the bigs out, it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, they
Because
probably
the
look
pigs-
weird, huh?
The pigs look so realistic, it's fucking creepy.
Can you send me a picture?
I kind of slaughtered the pigs, so not right now, but later, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's fair. That's yep. That
Yeah.
you killed your own kind. You know,
Hey,
whatever.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey, don't ever say that kind of shit again.
How dare you?
Don't ever say that kind of shit again. I would never hurt my own
You're
Linda.
off.
I would never hurt
You're
my
out.
own Linda. Fuck off.
You said you slaughtered them.
I slaughtered Patricia, not Linda, okay? Fuck off.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. No, that makes sense. Of course. Why would
Well,
you
if it's
do
just
Linda?
Patricia, not that big of a deal.
Patricia wasn't
Yeah,
even fully
who
fledged.
cares
She
about
was half
Patricia?
horse, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, yeah. Screw that horse.
Imagine the
That's what I was
judge being late to their own.
Yeah,
court.
where's the judge? It's 10 before.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh, here comes Raven.
Raven, you cannot wear any of your
Yeah, you take off your armor.
armor.
No armor.
You have your armor.
Wait.
This is
no,
court,
no,
brother.
this one.
And you're a little underdressed, but that's okay.
No weapons.
No weapons either.
Yeah, everything must be not
Oh!
equipped.
You're not really dressed for this kind of thing, but
It's okay. He's just a witness.
He's just a whole lot of red, bro. I don't know what's so funny. It's just true. It's what he is. He literally is a whole lot of red.
the Playboy Party song.
No, it's literally what he is. He's literally a whole lot of red.
That's
No,
what the face. He doesn't get it.
So, Judge, where are you?
Yeah, Kyle. Wow, I thought he was getting.
I thought he was following Raven.
Yeah. Kyle.
I'm coming.
Okay, where are you?
Nick, shut up.
Is there like an ETA or something?
Hey, the judge is the one who's in
No.
charge, so technically he could just postpone until he gets here.
I mean, but quite literally, we can't start without. him,
I
so yeah.
found it. I found the courtroom. It's right next to this
It's
thing.
kind of like this wouldn't happen if you didn't, make yourself live.
Hey Connor, notice how Raven's like
million
sitting
blocks
where
away
like
from
he's
everybody
supposed to, and you're not.
Yo.
Connor, can you go like sit back there?
Hi, Connor. Don't smack people.
Yeah, listen to your lawyer.
You're gonna make our.
He technically punched me first earlier.
Connor, go
That
sit in
is
the
true.
back.
Hey, Connor, how's it going?
Connor,
Maybe he's just special
stop being a
needs.
dick. Go
The
read-
judge is present. Everyone silence in the court.
All right, let me explain kind of how this is gonna work. Kyle, you are pretty much the judge and the jury. Meaning you're gonna be making the fun. Connor, go sit the fuck down.
One second.
Espen is
What the
gay.
fuck?
Bruh.
Are you sure?
No, I just showed Kyle
It's
something.
not the judge here. Go sit down.
God
Wait,
damn.
is he bribing the
Embarrassing.
judge? I think
No,
he's
Your
bribing the
Sir
judge.
Kyle.
No, he put a sign down that said Espen is gay, so I got fucking rid of it.
I was there the whole time.
Anyways, how this is gonna work is it's gonna start with me giving an opening statement, and then Zach will give his opening statement. Then I will call someone up to the stand to ask questions, and then Zach can cross-examine with it. Then if when he's done, I can call up someone else. He can do the same thing if he decides to, and it keeps going until we do our closing statement at the end, and then Kyle will have some time to evaluate and decide the answer, who he thinks is gonna be the winner, pretty much. All right.
Understood.
Everyone understand?
Does Kyle need any talking cues of like what he can say and what he can't
So
say?
the only thing that pretty much Kyle he can honestly do whatever he wants. He is the judge. Ultimately.
Objection.
But pretty much, if we ever do an objection, he can either abstain it or
Overrule.
overrule it, and based off of what he feels is necessary. But it's only if someone does an objection.
Understood.
All right.
They left
Alrighty.
this
Yes,
way.
would you like to sit on the bench?
The way you
in the seat?
stop talking made me laugh so hard.
Bro, I just see the cart break is like, who the hell? Anyways, all right.
Okay, so all of our witnesses here are here except for Colin because he was never invited.
Cool.
Wow, that's
Good enough.
interesting.
Alrighty. So starting with our opening statement, I will start as the
First
as
bench.
the,
Why? Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Lawyer. Hello. Today we are trying to show the jury that my client, Maxwell, has been pushed to a marriage that he does not want to be in and is forced into. He's forced to be continuing into this marriage. We have seen such cases in the past where a marriage with one person wanting divorce has had their marriage relinquished because of wrongdoing or types of abuse in the relationship, such as emotional damage or cruelty. We hope today that you, jury, are able to bring this to justice and give my client the freedom he wishes for.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Thank you for gathering here today.
Hold up, I can't see you. Back up a little bit. There you go.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Thank you for gathering here today. Today is an important yet devastating day as Maxwell Thomas Rusk attempts to deprive Miss Knack of one of her most influential relationships of her life. We are here to talk about a decision that will drastically affect both of their lives. This is a non-mutual decision due to problems experienced throughout their marriage and the grounds for divorce. I thank you for your time and your understanding.
All right. I would like to first call up my client, Maxwell Rusk, up to the stand. How you doing, sir?
I am all right, thank you.
Alrighty. Can you first start by giving me your first name?
My
And
name is Maxwell Thomas Rusk.
alrighty. And where did you go to high school by chance?
Corona del Sol. That's where
Corona-
I met Miss Knack.
Miss Nash. All right. How long have you known Jessica for?
I would say around 5 to 6 years. Sir.
Alrighty. And how long after knowing Miss Knock did you form this said marriage?
I mean, probably around like 2 to 3 months.
Alright. And
after being-
how would you describe your said relationship with Miss Knock?
It's just kind of a mental back and forth where I'm just trying to feel happy in my relationship, and I feel like Jessica, or Miss Knack, as you would call her, has not been very loyal
Already.
in the past.
So you would describe your relationship with Miss Knock as distrustful and unloyal?
Yes, it's a hard one for me to swallow, you know? It's my first marriage. It was hard because just figuring out stuff, you know?
Okay, yeah, understandable. And how many physical relationships would you say you've had since you first beginning this said relationship with Miss Knock?
Actual relationships, I would
Yeah.
say around 1, and that was only around like 1 month or so, I would say.
1 month period already. And how many physical relationships would you say Jessica, Miss Knock, has had?
Well, Jessica has had quite a few relationships. If you ask me, I would say around 4 to 5, and that's also kind of hurt me in the confidence department.
Interesting. All right. So
As you
have you ever felt like you were the main focal point in Jessica's life, making the main focal point and Jessica's love and attention throughout your said relationship?
Well, sir, it's just been kind of hard because I feel like with all of these other relationships that have been going on since we started this, that I feel like her attention has been towards other relationships and that she just hasn't really focused on me at all, you know? And I feel like if you're married to someone that's kind of your all, I feel like I just haven't really gotten her all, you know?
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that you feel that way. And how many relationships did you say Jessica has entertained since being in your said relationship?
I'd say around 4 or 5.
Objection, speculating.
Okay.
Being prepared.
Judge?
Here, if you want me to name them, I can.
Yeah, would you like to name the
Well, she dated, and the first one that I remember her being with is a man named Kyle, and she was with him for around 6 months.
Okay.
And then her next relationship was with a man named Jack,
Mhm.
and then she dated a guy named Leaf, which she had this relationship when she moved out of the United States for about 6 months to a year, but without, you know, speaking to me about it.
Mhm.
And the last one is Sam. I would say.
There's no
Remember.
other relationships that you you can recall.
Other than maybe the one happening right now with her and my main man Raven.
Interesting.
Objection, speculating, and hearsay. Do you have any proof regarding these claims?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So you would say her longest relationship was around 6 to 12 months, while she was in your said relationship.
Yes, sir. I would say around 6 to 12 months.
So you would say, in comparison to your 1 month relationship, that Jessica has had more in depth and emotionally invested relationships than, say, you have.
I feel like with her said relationships, as depressing as it might feel, that I have very rarely been the main focal point of her life.
All right.
Yes.
I think that'll be all the questions I ask for you at this very moment, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like to cross-contaminate my?
Yes, I had a few questions I would like to.
Cross-examine. Keep saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, cross-examine.
Also,
Cross-contaminate.
for the record, my client's name is Jessica Knack, not Knock. So, Mr. Maxwell Rusk,
Yes, sir.
Were you the one that served Miss Jessica Knack today?
I did not know.
I understand. So, were you the first one to pursue reaching out and serving her with your lawyer present?
I was the first person to reach out about the divorce, and I have learned that the way to do that is by serving somebody lawsuit papers. So I spoke to my lawyer, and we created those papers and had them sent out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So then why does it say on the court summons that Maxwell Thomas Rusk is the defendant and Jessica Bridget Knack is the plaintiff?
Hmm?
Why on the court summons does it say that Maxwell Thomas Rusk is the defendant and that Jessica Bridget Knack is the plaintiff?
Yeah, I don't know why you're asking me. I'm not the one that wrote the document, sir.
I see. So, Max, would you say that it's true that you have dated other people or had sexual relationships during your marriage?
Yes, we and Jessica have spoken about before how we have had an open relationship. And we
Okay.
even talked about in real life how even if we did get married in real life, that we would still sleep with other people, but not build emotional relationships. And I believe that Jessica, with her relationships, has built emotional relationships with other people because of their length of relationships. And I believe that she hasn't had the same experiences that I had because I still had sexual relationships, yes, but I did not put as much emotion into it as she did.
I see.
Because my longest relationship while we were together was for 1 month, sir.
So, would you say that during this time, even though you've had an open relationship, you still have been there emotionally and mentally for each other, and that you still have committed to your vows throughout this time?
I believe on my end, yes. I believe that throughout this time, I have felt experiences where I have felt not a part of her life. This
Also,
could be
objection. We have no. That's speculation that there were vows. Can you elaborate on what those vows were?
Substained.
That's you can't do that. You
I
can't.
thought.
Judge said that. But
I
was that?
currently do not have possession of these vows. I retract my statement.
all right. Thank you.
Maxwell, do you remember an Ashley?
I do remember Ashley, yes.
And who was this Ashley to you?
Ashley was a girl that I lived near for most of my life, and this was a girl that I was with before Jessica, and that I had developed a relationship with before Jessica Knack. And that I had and I had sexual relationships with her while I was with Jessica, but I never pursued her or anything romantic wise.
I see. Well, Miss Knack has proof that you actually were with Ashley during the first month of while you were married and actually
Objection.
did
Can
not
I
end before.
see? Objection. Can I see this proof? Has this proof been provided to the judge?
Yes, I can send that over
You can put it in the images chat.
into the images. Apologies, I am searching through my proof.
It's fine. I thought you were prepared, sir. It's okay.
All right. I do not have the image present at the moment, so I will proceed with the next question.
All right.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the beginning of your marriage at all?
No. I just remember us having a very close friendship. And then we talked about a time where in the future, if we had nobody by the age of 30, that we would talk about getting married in real life without having we would still be married, but we would still have an open relationship in that sort of sense. And then eventually she started referring to me as her husband.
I
So
see.
then with her referring to me as her husband, I kind of picked up on the fact that she had the intent that we were married, sir.
So, if you do not recall the initial initiation of the marriage, like you said, what is
No.
the motivation for behind you wanting a divorce so bad? Since this lack of memory is now supposed to be the happiest day of your life, and yet it shows how you truly don't care since you do not remember this day.
Yes, sir. I am filing for divorce because I believe that she has told me this in the past that we are married, but I believe that within these past years, she has not held up her end of the deal in a certain sense. And I believe that I I would like to erase that moment because I don't very much remember that moment, sir. And because it at to this point, with everything that has happened between me and her relationships, it has brought me nothing but pain, sir.
Objection. Also, speculation that this wedding actually occurred. Can I see these wedding papers of said wedding?
Do you have the wedding papers? You did not provide them either.
I do not. That's a good point. Where are they? If this wedding did occur.
I don't have the legal papers for it, given that it's a marriage that is said to have taken place, yet there is no
There's
physical
no. So you're
paper.
saying there's no physical proof of this wedding. All right, cool. That's all I have for you.
It occurred in school, so there was not actually a physical
So it's not a
ensemble.
legal binding.
It was during first period
So would
of
you-
school.
Okay, cool enough. That's all.
So Maxwell Rusk, it occurred on government property on the school, so that is part of it.
Okay. Is there any
If
proof of that, sir?
Speculation. Objection. Speculation is the proof of this wedding.
Is there any proof that it happened on government property, sir?
Do you
other
have
than
any
the memories
evidence
of the two
wedding?
clients,
I
you have
don't.
no-
I
you have
don't
no
remember the
witnesses?
wedding, sir.
I do have proof of this. Allow me to send it over.
All right. All right.
Do I put it in the lounge? Is that what was told?
Yeah, you can put it in lodge. That's fine.
All right, I will do that. Here is one account from Alexia, which is the client's sister, so she has proof of this happening. This is a text message between her and
Jasmine.
sister
And
that
objection.
Mhm.
Speculation. That how do we know this is actually Jasmine's phone number versus not just some random person that you just texted yourself? This could be you for all we know, and you just changed the name.
I have the actual documents on her cellular device, and it has been. We have the ability to admit that.
And
if you want to actually check the
Is this
images
said
directly.
Jasmine here to testify on behalf?
No, we just have the transcripts of her saying so. We do not have her physically here.
All right. Okay.
It is her friend.
Got it. It's her friend. Okay, got it. Okay. That's all.
She can screen record if you truly wish to see this
No,
firsthand.
I think that's good.
And just the opinion of her friend.
So, Maxwell, if you currently have an open relationship that does not involve sex or restrictions regarding being with only people, then why do you still claim to desire divorce? You already have the freedom that you claim to seek.
Because I believe that she is introducing herself into constant relationships where she builds emotional connections. And I myself, since freshman year, have not engaged in a romantical relationship with a person other than having sexual intercourse with them. But I do not believe that Jessica has had that same intent, and she has been with multiple people for months on end, and she has built connections even using the words love. So I believe that with that information, that is my reason for divorce, because I believe that we had an agreement for an open relationship in the beginning when she started referring to me as her husband. But then with this, she has taken it and done nothing but hurt me with more relationships that she has added on.
So, would you say that you have any proof regarding these relationships, or are they just something from your so-called memory that you don't remember part of the marriage from?
I'll pull up messages if you need me to.
If you
I
have
can-
proof of it, sure.
Okay. I'll look at my text messages. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. And in one of the messages that we have, she said on also in a text message that she was in a relationship with a man named Justin, sir.
And when was this occurring?
This text happened on Wednesday at 1:19. It also has her in the message referring to Raven as her crush.
Mm.
And then she says, I guess I was in denial. And so that kind of happened.
I would like a visual view of
I
this.
will put it in chat and I will put her number with her contact.
Do you have her here to speak today?
Oh, she's right here in
Jessica?
court. Yeah.
Jessica? Yeah,
She's
Jessica's
right here
right.
in court.
Jessica, you're kind of defending her.
Yeah,
not-
that's kind of your client. Yeah.
All right, well, Send the proof when you find it then.
I already have it. I'm sending it right now. But this is only for Leaf, Justin, and Jack, so I'm gonna have to pull up my other text messages. But it's all, you know, it's all just for the messages, so there
Damn,
you go.
straight.
I just posted it, so you should get that in a second. There we go. And that is also her contact with her number.
Maybe I do. She did say quote. Maybe I do have a little crush on him.
And then I dated
Guess I
Leaf,
wasn't very
Justin,
nice.
and Jack. They weren't my type.
Interesting.
Justin and Jack. Interesting. So, are you speculating that just because she possibly had a small crush that she actually pursued this, or do you have any reason to believe
Well,
that
your
further?
question was to ask me how I have proof that she was in relationships, sir, and this is my proof that she has been in other relationships.
Okay, that is
If you have a
worthwhile
question
proof.
after that, you can ask me about that. But at this moment, that was your question, right?
Yes, that's correct. So, would you say that it is true that you no longer care or love Miss Knack now that you seek a divorce?
I love Miss Snack as a friend, but I do not believe that we are fit to be partners, and I believe that I have moved on from the situation, and I will be happier with a divorce.
I see. So, by breaking this bond, would you say that you show that you no longer want to be held to the same level of caring and support that a marriage would require, and that it only makes reasonable sense that Miss Knack would be scared of what could happen if that
Well,
guarantee promise was not there?
to be totally honest with you, Mr. Stevenson, I believe that I have carried this promise through and through, and I believe that she hasn't. So that is why I'm doing this. I believe that I have been there for her in multiple occasions, and I feel like she has had some occasions where she has not been there for me, including her relationships, including her time out of the United States. And I believe that with all of this, you are able to understand that.
I see. I believe that even though she was still out of the country, you were still there. She was there for you throughout it, and that she was still in contact
Objection,
and still married to you
speculation,
at that
and
time.
hearsay. How do we know this is true?
Well, also, sir, may I also state that I have proof also that she left the United States for 6 months and I didn't even know about it.
Ooh, I feel like that's something you would
Nobody,
do.
I was never told that she was going to Canada. So how am I supposed to be there for her, sir, if I was never given this information? And noted, I'm swearing under the truth. So this is all
Yes, under
true.
oath. I understand. So, how do you have proof if you haven't been there for him even though she's physically not there?
Objection, leading my witness.
I'm sorry, what was your question in the first place?
The original question was regarding the ability, if whether or not you still truly cared and loved Miss Neck.
Objection, leading the witness. He just said the exact same thing he said.
He
before.
asked what the question was. I was just repeating
Okay,
it.
fair enough.
And it is still leading.
And it's still leading the witness, yeah.
Judge, do you have anything to say?
Do you have any more relevant questions left to ask the witness?
Sure, just 3 left.
All right.
So, what about Valentina? Is she here to speak with us today? And do you know where she is at?
I do not at the moment because I have not seen her for many months because of Miss Knack's departure to Canada. But I'm here to say that if she does want sole custody, I am fully able to give her sole custody because up to this point, Miss Knack has been taking care of her.
So you're saying you have not had an active role in her life currently?
I had an active role earlier, and then throughout her relationships and her moving to Canada, I kind of lost my role, as you would assume.
Right. So let me ask you this.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm
Yes,
so
of
sorry.
course. Sorry.
But I would like to add that it's kind of hard for me to have a role when she moves out of the country and does not make me aware of this.
From my understanding, that was only a one-time occurrence.
For
Yes.
how long?
For around 6 months to 8 months.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How old is your daughter today?
Today, I believe my daughter would be 8 years old.
Really? So then what would her birthday be?
I do not know off the top of my head, sir. As you can, as I spoke to you in the past, I have not been that involved in her life recently because of Miss Knack.
Yes. Although, even though you were not involved in her life recently, you should know the day that she was born. Is that not correct?
No,
Even though you were
So-
there in the beginning?
I was not. I do not know. No.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then my final question for you would be, has Raven ever gone out of his way to help you in any sort of manner as a friend?
If it is not Minecraft, no.
Understood. So he has on some level.
He has been a friend to me, but he has not went out of his way to help me, I would say. He is a good friend of mine, up to the point where he started having relationships with my so-called wife. But I believe before that, me and him had built up a amazing relationship, which is why I am so off guard by this.
Hearsay? Do you have anything to claim this
Not
manner?
hearsay. It's his own statement on about himself.
It's my words. I said after
That's not how hearsay works.
understanding the current situation.
I apologize. I thought you were saying you
from
heard
my
it from.
perspective.
I
No.
understand.
No, it's from my perspective, sir.
Stop.
Okay, so
You're driving
that
me
is
crazy.
all the questions I have for you for the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Next, I would like to bring up one Miss Knock up to the stand. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today? Can you sit?
Fantastic. How about you?
Can you sit in your chair by chance? Thanks.
I can't see.
You can sit. It's fine. Hello, Miss Knock. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you've only been saying it my entire time knowing you, but yes.
So Miss Knock.
Knack.
Knack.
No, Knack.
So Miss Knock, can you give me your full name?
Jessica Bridget Knack.
Okay, it's Miss Jessica Bridget Knock. How would you describe your current relationship with Mr.
Objection.
Ross?
Bleeding.
That's not bleeding. That's what? Can you describe your relationship? Excuse me. Can you describe your relationship with your current said relationship with Mr. Russ?
Yes, we are married. We have been married since 2017. We've talked about our marriage for years, so the fact that he said he couldn't recall our marriage earlier is a little silly, considering we were just talking about how we were married the other day when we were at IHOP.
Objection. Can you prove this?
That we were at IHOP, or that we
No,
had the conversation?
That he said the words that he remembered it occurring. Is there any proof of said this, or any way you can?
I mean, no, but there's also no proof that I wasn't there for him, even though I was out of the country.
Fair enough. We'll get to that.
It's Knack, but with 2 A's.
Okay, Miss Knock. So I have a question for you.
Attention badgering.
That's okay. Fair enough. Alright, I'll move on. Alright. Would you say you would only marry someone that if you truly love them, Miss Knack? Sorry.
I do truly love Maxwell Thomas Rusk.
That was not my question. Would you say you would only marry someone if you truly loved them?
Yes.
Alrighty. So you would claim you loved my client, Mr. Rusk.
Yes.
And would you describe Mr. Rusk as a loyal person?
Yes.
You would. Alrighty. Would you describe your said relationship with Mr. Rusk as an open relationship?
Yes.
So, by definition of an open relationship, it's described as having more than one romantic relationship or sexual partner at a time without creating an emotional connection with that person. That is the definition for an open relationship. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, would you describe
Yeah.
your past relationships with other men or women during your said relationship with Mr. Rusk as one you would put a lot of investment or emotional time into creating major connections with, by even saying that you may have loved them in the past?
Only one, and that was Sam.
Only one. Interesting.
But I also
so
was
you-
into him way before Max and I got married.
That's fair. That's fair. So you would say during your relationship with Mr. Rusk, you have uttered the words "I love you" to someone else other than a family member.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So I've also been recently presented these papers, these divorce papers, with none other than you and Mr. Kyle Kajelan. Is that how you say it correctly? That states
Kyle
that it-
Kajelan?
yeah, that states that you were married to Kyle on November 22nd, 2017. Is that correct?
Not that I know of.
Interesting. Would you like me to send
I
these
don't
papers
remember that.
that states that you did do this, in fact?
Yeah, I would actually, because I
These are
honestly do not
I'm-
remember that.
Interesting. So I'm bringing up to court these papers that she has filed for divorce against Kyle. How do you say his last name again?
Kajelan?
Kajelan. So you filed these papers. Let me go ahead and get them right here. Apologize for my inconvenience. And there you are. These are papers that you did file on your own. That states.
Actually, that was Max who did that.
Interesting, but it does say that you state that this is your with Jessica, Bridget, Knack, and Kyle, claiming that you were married on November 22nd, 2017. So that did
Apparently
happen.
so.
Apparently so. So you would say
Now that
you
I
had-
actually do see the papers, I do remember Kyle the douche, because he came up with that, and I thought that that was hilarious.
So you do love Mr. Rusk, correct?
Yes.
And you are quote unquote married to Mr. Rusk, correct?
Not quote unquote, we are, yes.
Okay, and you would say you would only marry someone you love, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
So if that's the case, then you wouldn't go against what the definition of an open relationship is, because clearly you've had emotional connections with someone else other than my client, Mr. Rusk, by having this said.
I said I love you to Kyle way before we
I'm
got
not
married.
saying that I love you. I'm saying that you were married to this Kyle, and that is a more than a just normal, quick relationship. That goes against what an open relationship is, because you had an emotional connection with this man to marry him. Because you just stated you would only marry someone you love. Quite right.
Is there a question to that?
So you would say you married this man while also married to another man. That's my question to you.
I am not exactly sure on the date that Maxwell and I got married, but I do believe it was at the end of Kyle and I's relationship when we were breaking up.
That's intriguing, because I'm fairly certain you guys were married at the same time, because Kyle was pretty upset to hear that you got married while.
Yeah, but do you have proof of that?
Interesting. Yeah, this is the proof. This is your divorce papers. That is the
No,
proof
that I
you
was
were
married at the same time together.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Other than that, would you say that you may have caused emotional stress on my client, Mr. Rusk?
I can't speak for him.
So, would you say that the actions you caused could possibly cause emotional stress on someone that you are married to?
If it, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a yes?
Huh? What?
So you admit on law that you I mean on trial by telling nothing but the truth that you admit your actions of possibly loving another person while in the relationship with him could cause emotional stress. I need
You know, I plead the fifth.
Interesting. So you're not going to say that it's not true. That's not possible that you could have caused it, because you just can't say that. That'd be lying, correct?
No, I'm pleading the fifth because I can't say for sure that my actions would have caused him any more than the actions he's caused would hurt me.
Interesting.
Like, he can't speak for me and I
That's
can't speak for
intriguing that you
him,
would
so
not-
I
Okay,
plead the
that's fair
fifth.
enough. That's fair enough. And what age were you by chance when this engagement occurred with Mr. Rusk? Can you answer that? When the
One second,
engagement
please.
occurred, not when the marriage occurred. When the engagement.
I would have to be 15. I think
15,
16.
All right, that's fair enough.
Right.
And how old would you
Yeah.
say this wedding and marriage, quote unquote marriage, took place?
The same age.
So you were around the same time, so you instantly got married after the engagement.
Not instantly, but within a few months of meeting each other,
Alright.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I would say.
So would you say you were under the legal age of 18 when this marriage took place? You were under the age of 18 when this marriage took place?
I plead the fifth.
That's not a plead the fifth. That is a fact. You were under the age.
Yes, that is the fact. Yes,
Okay.
that is the fact.
Interesting. And where exactly did this marriage take place?
So actually, it happened first period in our computer class. I'm not sure what we called
you
it. It was
say
it was
happened-
coding. It was coding something.
So
We
you're
were
saying-
sitting next to each other because at first he sit across from me, but then he actually moved seats to be next to me.
Fair enough. So you would say that
And I have proof of him moving seats next to me because he's
that
playing
is all right,
Fortnite
I
on
don't
his
need
phone.
that. So you would say that this marriage took place at a school in class, right?
Yep, on government property. Is that
On
correct?
government
School.
property. All right, that's fair. That's fine. And were there any family members present at this wedding?
At my school?
Yes,
No.
that's what I'm asking. Yes, there was not. That is very
said
interesting,
no.
Miss Knock, because in the state of Arizona, the legal age to get married is 18, and if you are under the age of 18 and you wish to get married, that can only be permitted if there is a legal parent of guardian that is there, or it also has to be approved by the Supreme Court Justice. Is that correct? Do you know if that's correct?
You know, I am not sure about that.
Interesting. So did you get this marriage approved by the Supreme Court judge?
I don't remember. I
You
think
don't
Max handled
remember.
that.
So you could say yourself that you do not believe this marriage was approved by a Supreme Court judge.
Again, I do not know. I'm pretty sure Max handled that.
So we have no idea that this marriage is even legally binding, correct? There's no evidence of that, correct?
Not sure. Max handled it.
Exactly. So if that's the case, then you can't really force a man into a marriage if it's not even real. Is that correct?
Say that again? The stupid chat's distracting
Don't
me.
look at me. You're looking directly at me, all right? We're one-on-one here. Would you say that you couldn't force a man into a marriage if the marriage isn't legally binding?
Yes, there was no force into the marriage.
Wasn't my question, but fair enough. I'll move on. My last question for you is what would you say your last relationship was?
– 2019, Samuel.
It was Sam. That's weird because I have suspicion to believe that you are currently or recently still in a relationship with Mr. Conco. Is that correct?
Who?
Oh, sorry, Raven Conco. Your supposed belief to be in love with.
Oh, I am not in love with this said last name person.
So you deny,
I don't even know his last name.
Deny any truth behind the fact that you could possibly be in a relationship with?
Yes, I
you've
do.
Never had feelings?
There's no relationship between us, and there's been no pursuit to be in a relationship together.
All right. So you would say
So we can't be dating. 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 So we can't be dating.
That's not my question, ma'am.
Badgering! Badgering!
That's not badgering.
Where's my lawyer?
You're badgering me. First of all, this is the question I can ask. Anyway, actually,
I plead the fifth.
That is all the questions I have for today, Your Honor, with this man.
Yeah, because I plead the fifth.
Would you like to?
Yes, I did. I have questions I would like to ask.
Oh,
Why did you walk off the stand then?
sorry again.
Good job. Good job.
So, are you able to tell me about your perspective of the relationship with Maxwell Rusk?
Yeah. Like, do you want me to just?
Just an overview of what it meant to you in the relationship in general.
Okay, yeah, so it's actually meant a lot to me over these few years. We've definitely grown a lot closer to each other since we got married, and that's the reason why we got married, because we were close. And he just means a lot to me. I feel as though I can tell him absolutely anything, and I could trust him with that information. And that we would always, or I would always be there for him, even if I'm not physically in the same state as him. A phone is two-way street, I believe, and we were always in contact, even if I was out of the state. And we have a kid, so that should say a lot about our relationship.
I see. Okay, that's very insightful.
I'm looking at the screen.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
got
I see.
distracted.
That's very insightful. I have a question following up Mr. Valerio's beratment. Have you ever dated Raven Conco?
No,
You have never dated. Have you ever had any sort
no.
of feeling or anything at all towards him?
To date, no.
Okay.
That wasn't his question. Objection. That was not his question. He asked her if she has any feelings toward the man.
I
not-
don't think you know what my lawyer's
That's-
asking
that
me,
is quote
but
unquote what he said. We can run it back if you would like.
no thanks.
Interesting. Okay, can you answer his question truthfully then?
She did answer my
Can you
question truthfully, actually, but let me repeat it. I was asking if you have ever dated a man named Raven Conco.
No.
And then I also followed it up by saying, have you ever had any feelings towards this man or any other pursuits towards anything further than platonic?
So I have had a platonic relationship towards him. I like his voice, and I think he's really funny. And I like playing Minecraft with him.
Interesting.
Okay, so you would say you have nothing more than surface level.
No.
Interesting. So
Okay.
Interesting.
So now let's change the topic a little bit. Tell me a little bit about this, how this would affect Valentina, your daughter.
Oh, this is impacting her already a significant amount. She already has pretty severe anxiety and depression, which I did not really want to bring up into court because anyways.
Speculation? Can I have proof of this? That anxiety? Are you?
You're not.
Is she here to testify? Like,
D-
can
No.
we have any
No,
evidence
but
of this being true?
She's with the babysitter because I didn't want her to witness.
we
So you
do not
say
have her
there's
in
no-
person at
there's
court.
no- Okay.
Given that she is 6, we do not have her here to represent herself today. She is not
Yes,
legally able
under
to.
the age. No,
Objection. Also, can
I
you
did not
prove
leave
that
her at
this child
home. I
actually exists?
said-
Is there any legal medical records of this child? How do we know this? I've never met this lady. Is she true? Is she real?
I don't even know who you are, lawyer.
Given-
My name is Espen Jace Valerio. I can show you my medical records if you'd like.
Given that Maxwell Rusk agreed to and spoke
That's not my
many
question.
times,
Objection. Do you have any legal papers of this of this child?
I do not have any medical documents. However, both parents have both agreed and mentioned the fact that they are aware and have dealt with her in the past.
Is that true, Mr. Rusk?
I just hear about her from my wife.
Mr. Rusk, I do remember you mentioning
I'm not on stand, sir. You can't question me.
your lawyer just questioned you.
That's
When
his
you're,
lawyer.
but you're not,
Yeah.
you're not on the stand.
I'm his lawyer. I can do whatever I want.
Not.
If you want me to go
Yes,
back up there, I can.
You
but
can
can't
take it back.
question
Yeah,
me
you
from
can
here.
No, I will continue with questioning
cool.
Ms. Snack.
Thank you.
So there's no legal forms of this
I'm-
child. That's all I want to know. Maybe there's no maybe. Is there legal forms?
No,
of
I
this
didn't say
child?
maybe. I said no. There is not. But we have previously
Interesting.
talked about her in the past with.
Is
no
there proof of
objections.
this child? Is what I'm asking.
I do not have any medical documents.
So does this child exist?
Well, we both have a name for her, don't we?
I can have a name for
And
my
we have
my-
a birthday.
My imaginary friend. Does that make them real?
To you, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Keep going.
Who says-
Judge.
Continue.
Miss Knack, have you ever agreed to have an open relationship
With Max, yes.
with Maxwell? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So would you say, since you have had an open relationship, and that means that there is no cheating, since it's just no dishonesty or subversion possible, that even if you were with other people at the time, that this was agreed upon by both parties?
Objection.
Yes, that
earlier
is
she-
true. I
objection,
have
she
been
earlier
very
claimed-
honest with him with all of my relationships, and he's known about every single one of them. If you do
Objections,
count
Your
them
Honor.
as quote-unquote relationships.
Objection, Your Honor. She did literally claim, like not even 5 minutes ago, that it was an open relationship. I went over the definition of an open relationship, and she clearly did more than what an open relationship was.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we all stayed on the same page.
All right.
I wanted.
Wanna make
I'm well aware. Thank you. All right, that is all the questions I have for this client, My Honor.
You can come back to.
You-
Hi, ma'am. All right. I would like to call up my final person up to stand, and his name is Raven Conco. Mr. Conco, can you stand up
No.
to you already been summoned. You kind of have to. And
Hello.
can you stand? That's
I'm
not
Raven
you are not
Conco.
Mr. Conco. That's not Mr. Conco. Can you please sit,
May I
sit
make
down,
a
sir?
question right now?
Judge, can you move him down?
Judge, do we have
You think-
security in
you
here?
think the judge can move me?
All right.
There you have nothing in
Hello,
here.
sir. How
Sleep
you?
the judge.
There's
Hello,
not.
sir.
There's not even a jury box for me.
I'd sleep the judge.
Hello, sir. How you doing today?
Eh.
Can you give me your full name, please?
My full name?
Your full name, yes, sir.
Raven Osama Konko.
Conco. Alrighty. And has Miss Snock ever referred to you as her Minecraft boyfriend and or just boyfriend in general?
Nope.
You haven't. Interesting, because I have speculation to believe that many people in this very room have heard her call you her boyfriend in the past.
Nah.
Interesting. So you deny again. Is it possible that you were just defending her because you also have certain feelings for Miss Snock?
No, it just never happened.
Interesting. Has Miss Knack, I keep saying it wrong. Has Miss Knack ever withheld the truth or defended something that you have said or done, even though she knew it wasn't the truth?
I don't know. I don't keep track. A lot of people do that.
Interesting. You wouldn't say that recently she defended the fact that you called my client your little gemstone and then proceeded to call someone else that, and she lied about that fact? You wouldn't say that was the thing that happened?
No.
Interesting. Is it possible that she has developed feelings for you of some sorts, Mr. Kako?
No.
Even though she didn't just claim that she did?
Nah.
So are you just denying to deny? sir?
Objection relevance to Miss Knack?
Yes.
I that literally was about Miss Knack.
Yes.
I don't think that's how that works. It was literally about her.
Are we sure that guy's a
Um,
judge?
Yeah, seriously. That was a comment. Okay, anyways. So even though just now when she was at the stage, she said that she developed some type of feeling for you in the past, you still proceeded to deny it?
She said she liked my voice. What about it?
No, she said that she never denied that she didn't have feelings for you.
Objection, yes, she did.
Objection, no,
literally
she
did.
didn't.
In the previous round of questioning, she literally word for word said that she did not
Are
have
you
any
listening
feelings.
to this case?
She only said that she didn't pursue any intentions on the feelings.
She
She
said
never
she
once
didn't.
Yeah, didn't pursue the intentions. She never once said that she did not have feelings.
Ah, okay.
Okay. All right. I think that is all the questions I think I'll have for you, sir.
One's envy performing.
Would you like to cross?
Raven, go back on the.
I would
Yeah.
like to cross-contaminate.
That's not
Cross-examine. God.
Damn.
I would like to cross-examine.
He's gonna spit in my mouth? What does that mean?
Coming on at halftime, Raven.
Excuse me, Mr. Raven Konko.
You forgot
It
my
is-
middle name.
I apologize. Raven
Osama.
Osama Konko. Max and his lawyer have been speculating that you and Jessica are dating. Is that true?
Nope, false.
Okay.
Objection. He's denied many claims that were true. Anyways, how do we know he's actually a credible source?
Shut your mouth!
Are you assuming that he is committing perjury?
Yes, that is what. That's literally what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mentally stable.
But how do we have no idea if this guy's trustworthy. He's denied claims that she even claimed herself was true.
Your
Judge?
Highness.
Judge. I feel like he is not a credible source on the stand.
Yeah. So you may leave the witness stand.
I
Attaboy.
Oh.
wait, but we all
That's
The, the questions didn't even
that
end.
wasn't even pertaining to his.
that was my objection.
He just ruled that he wasn't a credible source. He
Yeah,
can't stay up there.
that is literally how it works. He can no longer stay up here.
It's a hard knock life. Unfortunately, really.
You can sit back down there, Zach.
I see.
And-
I would like to call Maxwell Rusk to the stand.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you should
No.
ask if I first had to do it, but it's fine.
Oh, I apologize. You can go.
There's no one else I would like to call to stand. You can.
There is no one else. Okay. Okay. Maxwell, would you like to take a seat?
Oh yeah, sure.
I apologize, Maxwell, about the commotion that happened in court. I just would like to ask you, do you truly believe that Miss Knack is currently or has in the past dated Raven?
I do not know for sure, to be totally honest with you.
So
but
it is mostly
but I-
speculation.
Well,
objection.
it is-
Can you let my client finish his statement?
Thank you, sir. It is hearsay. I do also understand, but when we were in the car with Raven, when we were on Discord, she called him her boyfriend while we were in the car at IHOP, which I don't have proof of. That is why it's speculation, but I am just putting that out there.
But also objection. We do have proof of her saying that she does have a crush on him and that she was in denial.
And I put that in chat.
That
sir.
is in chat. That is proof. Of that.
Yes, we do have proof of that. That is correct.
So when I'm sorry, objection. So when Raven says that she doesn't have feelings, even though she
what's the
claims
objection?
She does, that was a lie. Can you also
You
stop?
You didn't state a clear.
Anyways, continue. Bro, I'm like,
Max,
bro, you're my client, bro.
Maxwell, given the subject that has talked about today, how are your final thoughts about Valentina and the speculation of her not possibly being real? Are you part of this conspiracy?
My thoughts on Valentina is it was a inside joke, and as proved by my lawyer, there are no medical records that you have, and there are no medical records that I have. And if her parents do not have her medical records, I believe that means that she does not exist. And then also on the merit that, actually, I forgot what I was gonna say. That's about it.
So, given that you said it was an inside joke, why did you originally on the stand say that you were there for the birth and that she was 8 years old?
He did
Because
not.
that was an inside
Objection.
joke.
He also did not say he was there for the birth. He said he was not actually. He said
I
he has
said I
no
was-
idea when.
You said
was
you were there
not-
in the beginning. I apologize, not the
I said
birth.
I was not there for the birth or for most of her life, as and the inside joke because she was away.
So wouldn't not being openly honest and answering stuff be considered a form of perjury since you're not fully telling the truth on the stand?
It still is the truth. If he
It-
made up the inside joke with that information, that is the truth. But if there's no physical
Objection.
evidence,
Also leading my witness.
if there's no physical evidence for that, then it's not.
I see. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Would you like anyone else to call up the stand before we do our concluding statement?
I have no further witnesses.
No further witness. Alrighty. Alrighty, Your Honor. I would like to give my concluding statement. To Your Honor, I have been led to believe that my client, Mr. Rusk, has been placed in a state of contempt by Miss Knack, in this marriage that we don't even have legible proof for. I believe that with this information we have gathered through the cross-examination that my client has been put through major emotional distress and has been put in a place of turmoil and emotional abuse where he feels like divorce is the only way for him to feel free and a true sense of relief given the obtained information by Miss Knack's deliberate act in inserting herself into outside relationship and creating emotional relationship with this with these other relationships, even going as far as having multiple marriages at a time and lying about some past relationships as well, causing him to have anxiety and emotional distress that caused my client a confidence dump that he hopes to one day regain with his newly acquired freedom and his ability to search for a new future equal relationship. So all I'm asking for you is to look at my client and understand the true and emotional turmoil that he has been put through, and allow for his legal separation from Miss Knack. I made sure to say it that time. As you can see, she has clearly been unloyal and even unattentive to my client, and I believe that this should end today. Go ahead and say.
All right, Mr. Stevenson, you want to hear your closing statement?
Yes, and given that I did not want to interrupt the closing statement, all I would like to ask is if the marriage is not legally bound, then why are you seeking divorce instead of annulment?
Because she refuses to accept it. So this is the only way we can go at it in a legal matter. Would you
I
like
see.
further questions?
Do you have any final proof, given that your client was in a state of anxiety or emotional turmoil at all, like a doctor's note?
Have you not been paying attention during this entire
I
statement?
well, I understand that. I meant like a
Are you
medical.
saying you're a fit doctor to say that he's not?
I'm not a fit doctor. I was asking if you had
Then
medical proof.
I state my case. That is all I have to say.
Th-
You can do your complete statement. I am not on stand. You cannot ask me questions.
For my closing statement, I would like to conclude with that Miss Knack throughout the years has grown an extremely strong psychological and emotional bond over the years. She made a commitment to Maxwell Rusk until death do them part, so she was committed to that guarantee. And she was always there for them when through sickness and health and whenever he needed someone to talk to. She always listens and assists when possible. She is rightfully scared of what will happen without any strings attached because of a level of security that will be lost, and she has grown comfortable and safe with. She is terrified of having this ripped away from her and having this happen to her and her daughter. He is her main support system and is there when she has no one else to go to or reside in. Since the beginning of this commitment, he knows the more about her and the more willing to listen when she cannot share with anyone else. Miss Knack truly deeply cares about Maxwell ever since they met in 2017 and forever will. That is why she will hold on to this for as long as possible and fight for her love because that is the type of person that she is and the type of mother that she is for her daughter. Despite others not seeing the point, she persists. She is fueled by a type of love that even most marriages lack, a connective, long-lasting, deep emotional connection, and Miss Knack would not give that up for the world. That is all, Your Honor.
Since he did object mine, I would
Yes,
like to
you can.
object his as well. There's also still no proof of these vows actually happening and or this marriage. So these vows that she so proclaimed made, there is no proof of.
Even if there was no proof, she still obtained herself to the level of a marriage.
There doesn't mean the marriage existed. Just because you obtain yourself from a marriage of a standard of a marriage does not mean that it legally.
Even if there weren't written vows, she did have verbal vows that they agreed to, and that
that's not legally binding.
Correct, it isn't legally binding, yet she still withheld herself to those methods.
But doesn't mean he has to. Anyways, all right.
That's all.
That's all. So that is pretty much it. Mr. Judge, sir, you can take as much time as you need to assess the situation and decide your conclusion. Sir, can you sit down?
I would like to point out that I gave Maxwell a ring.
You are no longer. Do you approve of this ring? Anyways, you're not on stand. That's anyways. Can you? Hey, what is happening over here?
Are we supposed to go somewhere during deliberation?
You cannot.
No, we stay here.
Yeah, we wait for him.
Why are they all sharing the
Because
booth?
he's putting things out to tell him. So.
All right. After hearing both both arguments from Mr. Rusk and Miss Crack.
How did you do it worse than the lawyer? The lawyer messed up like 100 times, and you fucked it up even worse.
Hey, that's no way you actually sneak into a. Here, I'll bring you that try answer.
Fuck.
Apologies. Apologies for interrupting, Your Honor.
All right. I decided to rule in favor of Mr. Rusk.
I'm free! Let's go! Let's go!
Honestly, after that, I'm quite glad. I'm out
Thank
of
you
this
for your time,
bitch.
Your Honor, and jury.
Thank you, Honor. You're truly a man of the people.
Oh.
I am never gonna be a goddamn lawyer. Fuck that shit.
Let's go! I'll be right back.
Well performed. So did you. Yeah. There kept coming things that would contradict what I was fucking saying.
So they gave you the
Jesus. You want to repeat?
All right.
Yeah, I know you do.
Thank you,
That was like
Cobbster.
5 pages long. I did all today. No, ours was way longer. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
No, she did. Because when she started, she took like a 15-second pause.
I know. I kept like,
Then she started reading her script.
I kept clearing my phone. I'm like, are you gonna say something?
Motherfucker had a script and still couldn't figure it out.
Zach's bullshit questions.
What?
And then Jessica's, we said Miss Knox say name wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
I suspected it so. That was so goddamn annoying.
I know, it was so on purpose because you've known me fucking for 7 fucking years.
You're writing the script, and I was like, I know this would piss her off a lot.
Yeah. You think what you did, Zach, got to me? That was worse than what I feel like I really got to
me though.
You're echoing.
Nah, because we're in the same
It's
room.
because Zach.
We're all in the same room.
Let's go.
The whole like how sometimes you supported the marriage and sometimes the daughter, and then you just flipped it. It was bullshit.
Oh,
Also,
God.
the thing with Raven, fuck you. You let us ask one question, you kicked him off of the stand.
Yeah, because he wasn't. The
Yeah,
entire time
yeah,
he
that
not
was
trying to-
But
stupid.
he answered all of your questions.
Yeah, I know. But he
Neither
didn't
was
object.
Max.
He didn't object.
Ask him the question. Are you saying
Yeah, that is true. You did not lawyer.
That's why.
I was smart, and I asked him questions that I know he was gonna lie about. And then when he went up to Zach and he said something that
To be fair, he didn't lie.
He definitely lied.
uh,
He lied
He
when he
what did he lie about?
you claimed that you
lied
had
when
feelings
he
for him,
said-
and then he said he does not have feelings for you.
No,
He did
and
not
when-
have feelings. For you.
When he talked about how we were in the call and you pleaded the fifth to something, we were all there for that.
Yeah.
Which means we all know it was bullshit.
Yeah.
I think the biggest takeaway
What
is that we
proof
learned
that
Raven's
you
middle
guys were
name.
there for?
No, close up.
Yeah.
Oh, one shot. Wait, oh.
So the biggest
Next,
learn-
next
There's a
is his
creeper behind you,
birthday.
Connor.
Osama.
There's a creeper. Who's closing the door? Okay. Motherfucker, kill that fucking thing.
You can't say who's talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit.
By the way, just because the judge
Fuck
overruled
no.
this means you do not have to sign
Ah,
any
worse.
papers. It is just instantly overruled, and the judge will sign the papers.
Yeah, good.
So you don't have to worry about paper signing.
But
I
so
wasn't
bullshit.
worried.
Like, I don't know.
Awesome.
Which
Okay,
one?
what is happening here?
Yeah, I didn't fucking know about that.
What?
Yeah. Mhm.
No, but what? Kyle, how'd you feel about that? That whole thing.
Because I wasn't told about that. I didn't know.
And that shit was so long.
Mm.
I feel like I did a pretty
It was
good
only an
job,
hour.
You know?
I think I was pretty.
I feel like I was a good lawyer.
I think you. Yeah, I
Much
would
better
agree.
than that Zach hack 3 right here.
Yeah. Shut up.
You really didn't
Motherfucker
fall
literally
through
asked,
all,
what's
bro.
up? You asked one thing, you objected on something, you're like, that's not relevant on my client.
Well,
I'm like, bro, that was literally about the client.
You were leading all the stuff before then, and then as soon as I say it, you said something. I was like, shit.
No, you know, Zach, it's all about follow through.
Yeah.
You didn't get fallen on me.
Mm. Yeah. Like what? Oh well, yeah.
What do you do?
Well, but you,
Oh, it's just-
it can't be a fictional marriage and kid, and then
Wait,
also
who's
try
the
and make it
Bible?
legitimate at the same time because none of it's real.
Do you have the Bible?
True.
That's true. Jessica texted me at the beginning and she goes, "I want to divorce this man." I was like, "We just started." Ridiculous.
Oh, so you guys through.
Yeah, so now they are officially divorced of this marriage that never happened.
Good.
So, what are you gonna do being a free man?
Now he's
and
a free man.
woman?
We can go party, baby.
And I can actually have
Not to mention that he was strip polling for you guys in a relationship.
Oh, man.
Where's the proof?
That was never brought up.
That's just business.
Yeah,
That you